What's your favorite drunk move to do in the bathroom? Like if you're like in with like a bunch of urinals, I like to grab my friend's shirt and pull him back when they're taking a piss. That's always fun.
That's a good one. I like just dropping trowel all the way to the ankles.
That one's good too.
Yeah, you just ass out in the bathroom.
Yeah. Or just lightly, do you guys ever lightly just not piss on their shoes, but piss close to their shoes? Give them a little warning shot?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fun too. I think Max and I are the same. You guys are not doing it right. On today's Part of My Take, we have our good friend Paul Bissonnette getting ready for the Four Nations final on Thursday. We also have a call to action for the AWLs that we will discuss during the podcast. We're going to stream the Four Nations final.
Come on now.
We have Hot Seat, Cool Throne. We have Guys on Chicks. Might have to go into a supreme debate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's all brought to you by DraftKings. Hey, basketball fans, are you ready to win real money? Check out Pick 6 from DraftKings when it comes to basketball payouts. DraftKings Pick 6 dunks on its rivals, including Prize Picks. When you hit all your picks, you'll slam home higher money payouts on Pick 6 than flex plays on Prize Picks. And best of all, you'll win even more cash if you posterize the competition. Track your picks for a shot at huge cash prizes. That's all there is to it. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. Don't settle for a smaller payout. Switch to Pick 6 and cash in your basketball knowledge. New players get 50 in Pick 6 credits instantly on just a $5 entry. The fun of the basketball season continues with the most fun way to play fantasy sports. Pick 6 from DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings. The fun of basketball season continues with the most fun way to play fantasy sports. Pick 6 from DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to play $5. Get 50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Wednesday, February 19th. And boys, I have a proclamation I'd like to discuss, maybe debate. I believe that we are in the worst 3 weeks of the sports calendar.
Okay, let's discuss. 3 weeks from now, your favorite week of the year starts, which is Conference Championship week.
Correct. Starting a little later this year, which kind of bummed me out when I was looking at the schedule.
So, I mean, it sounds like you have no respect for the window where teams can designate who they're going to give the franchise tag to.
That was part of my argument that I was looking at. I was looking at stories today, and the biggest two stories I could find is, will T. Higgins be franchise tagged?
Well, they've declared that he will.
Yeah, and his mom being mad about it, but then walking it back.
We don't know because his mom said selfish bastards on X, the Everything app. And then people were like, oh, this is obviously about the Bengals because the news had just broken that they plan to franchise tag T. Higgins. And then she said, no, it's not about the Bengals.
Right.
So she might have been
be anything.
She could have been watching Severance and been like, this milkshake bastard, he sucks.
No spoilers. Great show, though. Great fucking show. Have you caught up, Hank?
No.
Okay.
I would like to severance.
I wish I didn't say that.
I would like to severance my own brain after football season's over.
I was actually thinking severance. We should have a severance for flights.
Yeah.
That would be great for travel days.
Although that's the time that I used to catch up on Severance.
True. I guess you could just watch Severance while being severed.
Yeah, you only think about Severance.
Because then you can watch it again, and it's awesome.
While you're watching Severance.
All right, so the T. Higgins, and will Sam Darnold, will Trey Murphy. There's basically franchise tags are the top of the list. And then the other big story I saw was people mad about LeBron ruining a picture in All-Star Game.
Which is fair.
but that's okay. I don't want to.
He did ruin the picture.
We should discuss the merits of that accusation. But that was when it clicked in my head. I was like, this is what we have right now. And I know that people will argue the All-Star break in the summer for baseball. My counter argument would be it's summer. So you can go outside and do whatever. It's these 2 to 3 weeks where we haven't gotten to March Madness, because then once we get to March Madness, then it's Masters, then it's NBA and NHL playoffs, then it's summer, and by the time we get to July, it's like football's about to be back. I think these are the worst 2 to 3 weeks of the entire year right now.
I do enjoy the combine week.
But that's specific to us.
Because there's all the rumors. That's when you can really play fan fiction with everything.
Correct.
And you're like, what if the Jets change their mind about Aaron Rodgers?
We like going to Combine Week because it's something to do, and we get to see some people we haven't seen and do a couple interviews. And I agree with that. Like, next week's going to be fun for us. But I'm thinking for the common man who doesn't go to Combine Week, you can, like, I remember getting excited for the Combine and then watching like 3 40-yard dashes and being like, what? This is stupid.
And players opt out now too. That, like, back in the day, at least everyone cared about the Combine players.
Who's going to win an island?
Yeah, now it's like the best players rarely even do the Combine.
Yeah.
No, really, the only stories out there's some baseball news, but again, it's all contract news.
Yeah.
This is a great week if you care about numbers.
Yeah.
And so, I agree with you. There's not a lot of action going on right now. Thankfully, we have the Four Nations.
The Four Nations saved us, but this is the bummer week where I would like to be severed these couple weeks and just wake up and have it be March Madness.
Yeah, we also have the news leading up to the draft where you start to get interviews with certain players that are going to be at the draft where they say, you will regret not drafting me. Every team that passes on me is going to regret it. Cam Ward said that he pulled the Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen, 9 teams made a mistake.
Made a big mistake by passing on Josh.
Turns out only one team made a mistake, and it was the 10th team.
Yeah. So
is Josh Rosen? I think he's like a doctor now.
Yeah, he's not doing much.
I mean, that's something.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
He's doing okay with his life.
They give anybody a doctorate now. Hank can get.
No,
a
I think he might, or it might be lawyer, doctor over lawyer in terms of
prestige.
You all just like intellect. I respect.
It would be very funny if he became like
a Josh Rosen doctor in Chicago. I don't know if that's what you're thinking.
No, you should have him on the show.
No offense to lawyers, but you can read good.
Yeah,
you can argue well.
I think that he should become a film guy, like a draft breakdown guy.
Yeah, like a Kurt Benkert.
Yeah, he's like I know the game better than anybody. I can identify a bust.
Yeah. All right, John. So he's in business school. Don't respect it as much as a doctor. That's not. He is in business school. What are you laughing about?
Memes just bailed on the switcher. He was like, "You have to tell him that he's in business school."
No, you don't. You don't.
It just didn't have to be said.
He had to type it on the computer. He was just on his phone.
It really didn't.
But it's just not something that like needs to be brought to their attention.
But they were like, doctor.
Yeah, maybe these 3 weeks we should do like a buttoned up version of Pardon My Take where we get no facts wrong.
No, I don't agree to that.
But that's what memes is just trying to do.
Business
Who the
school.
fuck cares if it's a doctor or a business? What? Who cares?
Isn't every school a business school?
Business school's a complete racket, by the way. You basically pay so much money to go and meet a bunch of people that then you can use to get jobs. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're learning anything. You're just meeting people who also are in business, and then you use those connections. You're paying for connections.
No, you learn how to avoid paying taxes on the money that you will make eventually.
That would be that is a good thing. But yeah, we're in the dog days, boys. We're in the dog days.
What is
good choice by Max to go on vacation?
Yeah, great choice, Max.
Great vacation week, Max.
Memes. I was reading up a little bit about the post June 1st designation too. That's how bad things are. Is I'm like looking at clauses in contracts now. That's what they're going to do for Aaron Rodgers. So it's essentially just saying, pretend that we let you go after June 1st, but you're not a part of the team anymore.
Yeah, and announcing it allows teams to talk to Aaron
to start
Rodgers
to move.
right
Yeah,
now.
it's like if a girl breaks up with you with a post February 14th designation, but she really breaks up with you in January. She's like, I'm going to stick around for the gifts.
Yeah,
but I'm also going to cheat. But just so you know, this is done.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
he's gone. Would you like to talk about the LeBron picture?
Yeah, so they're mad at him because he was not wearing the historic and the notable OG's jersey.
I did like those jerseys. They were cool. They reminded me of whenever the All-Star game was in San Antonio in like the 90s and they had those awesome jerseys. I do understand, like he could have just stood on the side Because people were saying, did Kobe
Or he could have just thrown on the jersey.
Or he could have just thrown on the jersey. That
or he
too.
could have said he wasn't going to play beforehand so they could have replaced him with someone.
That also.
Selfish.
People are saying he was doing a silent protest.
He's tanking. He's going to start his own league.
The theory is that he's been, in LeBron's mind, he's been unfairly blamed for ruining the All-Star game. So he was like, fine, I won't play.
I mean,
what a protest.
So he's been blamed for ruining the All-Star game by not playing hard in the All-Star game?
Correct. It's the LeBronification of the NBA.
And so now he's ruining it further by not playing in the All-Star game.
He's silently protesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there was a picture war going on. So for people who didn't see it, which I hope you didn't, because that means you have a normal life and you're living a good life and not getting into arguments about LeBron's pictures at the All-Star game. It's the OGs, so it's Kyrie, Harden, Kevin Durant, Steph, Jason Tatum, he was on Team OGs. Jaylen Brown. Who else was in it? There's one other.
Dame.
Oh, Dame. And they're all in their jerseys, and LeBron is wearing street clothes, and he's standing in the middle. And then there was a picture war because Kobe missed a couple of All-Star games, but Kobe was standing off to the side when he did it. Mm-hmm. So they were like, you guys weren't mad about this. And then people said, well, actually, Kobe did it the respectful way. He looks like a coach. Not like he's standing in the middle and making it all about himself.
It's the definition. It's the definition of stop trying to fit out and start trying to fit in.
But
he said to Luka, stop trying to fit in and start fitting out.
Show the picture instead of the video. But yeah, this is where we're at on the sports calendar. That this is there it is. I mean,
he's right in the middle.
He is right in the middle.
Okay, I'm going to be
ridiculous. I'm going to be photoshopped.
I'm going to be honest with you. LeBron James ruined this picture.
Yes,
he really did.
People were photoshopping him out of it, and it did look a lot better.
This picture is so bad. This is one of the worst.
Pull up the Kobe one.
One of the worst sports pictures of all time.
Yeah.
How long would it take him to get changed in that jersey?
Or just stand. If he had just been standing on the other side of Dame, it wouldn't have looked as weird because it just would have looked like he was a coach.
But he's LeBron.
Also, Steph Curry.
He's the OG.
Steph kind of ruined this picture too with two different colored shoes.
Oh, that's cool. That's hip.
No, I don't like that.
That's how they do it.
This is a terrible picture.
Yeah, it's the worst picture ever taken. Also, LeBron.
Can we Photoshop Hank's face on LeBron? You know, the one where he's looking at the camera after doing the workout.
Can you show the Kobe picture? Look at this. Is how you do it respectfully, guys. It's just in all the replies of the LeBron picture.
It's also hilarious that Kyrie, James Harden, and KD were just on the same team.
Terrible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good picture.
See? Yep. Kobe and Brandon Roy look like coaches.
Yes.
and it's great because Chris Kamen's getting just a nice bump of like, oh yeah, you were on the All-Star team. Chris Kamen's best picture, by the way, if no one's ever seen it, was the time when he was on the horse and it was taking a huge piss and had a like enormous dick.
Is that Chris Paul that's front and to the right on that?
Mm-hmm.
Is Chris Paul sitting on a stack of phone books?
I don't know.
Why he did look extra tall.
Why does he look huge in that picture?
Chris Kaman is spelled Kaman. Max. Oh, casual over here. Big time casual. Look at that. That's my tweet. Yeah, look at how big that dick is. Oh man. But yeah, so we're in Picturegate. Also, LeBron. I don't know how you fucked this up, but he somehow fucked up the timing of dunking on Doug Gottlieb. And dunking on Doug Gottlieb is the easy. It's basically like bringing the rims down to 5 feet. You don't really have to do anything to dunk on Doug Gottlieb, but he quote tweeted Doug Gottlieb and said, "Earned to, not given. Got to give him credit though." This was because Doug Gottlieb's Green Bay basketball team, college basketball team, was 2-24. LeBron tweeted this 12 hours after Doug Gottlieb's team won their third game.
Yeah.
So he missed the window.
He missed the boat on
They were a 2-win team for 2.5 months.
Yeah, I mean, good for Doug Gottlieb. LeBron's giving him credit. Usually Doug just takes it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm pretty sure Doug Gottlieb also said like he was like huge win, 15 more to go, which counts winning his conference tournament and winning the NCAA tournament.
I've noticed something about our good friend LeBron James. Yeah. Aside from ruining pictures, LeBron James steals tweets.
Oh yeah. Dude,
that's why he's behind on this algorithm, was because he saw people talking about Doug Gottlieb probably on like the For You page, where it was a tweet that was like a day, maybe 2 days old, and then he stole that take. He's been stealing takes left and right, and they're all about 24 hours delayed on what everyone's talking about.
No, I don't know how to phrase this without having people be upset. Kobe dying was tragic.
Correct. Go on.
One of the things we lost when Kobe died was LeBron didn't know what his opinions were on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think he had a lot of. I'm going to wait for Kobe to tweet something, and then I'll tweet the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I landed that well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Tatum might be kind of the same way. That's our good friend Jason Tatum, by the way, Hank.
Did dap him up. Told Hank the story. He was in the Bahamas. Dapped him up and said, "Hey, my boy Hank, can't believe he was on the duck boat," and he kind of laughed.
I gave him one of these, a little nod, real cool walking by. He was
Should have asked him for a picture.
He gave me the.
I didn't want to ask him for a picture.
Too much aura.
No, it would have been like, what is it when a ghost takes a picture or a vampire?
No, it would have been like.
It's just a picture of me. People are like, why did you just take a selfie from? He's not even there.
If I'd asked him,
nice guy though.
If I asked him flick up real quick, I would have taken that picture and everybody been like, "Damn, Jason Tatum ruined this picture."
I know Big Cat saw Jason Tatum and made it a point to go dap him up.
I did.
Yeah. So
and I wanted, and I mentioned you.
Yeah.
I literally, that's the only thing I said. I was like, "Hey, Big Cat from Barstool, what's up, man? How you doing?" And then I was just like, "Still can't believe Hank was on that duck boat in the Zula," and he laughed, and that was our entire interaction.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for you.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Anything? What else is?
Rafael Devers' interview was very funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what happened there, Hank?
He just said, "I play third base."
Yeah.
So he was told he's not going to be moving positions, and then Alex Bregman, who the Red Sox just signed, the Cubs came in fourth for it in terms of money. Tom Ricketts is so cheap. But so Rafael Devers, he's now going to have to move positions.
Not according to Rafael Devers.
He
Okay.
is a third baseman.
Okay.
That was so clearly just a guy who doesn't understand English that everyone
Can
was
we
taking.
see it?
Yeah.
Where would he move?
The outfield. I think he has moved positions before. Like
I don't understand when anyone's like, I don't want to move to first. I would rather play first than third.
I like the idea of him saying, like, it's not my job to tutor a young guy and show him how to play third base.
Bregman
when it's
is
Alex Bregman.
Yeah, Alex Bregman. All right.
You'd imagine Devers would
Wait,
move
hold on. Here it comes.
full-time DH.
DH would rock.
I would absolutely take that change.
Oh.
That's just my position.
How would you react if they asked you to DH? How would you feel about that?
No.
Can you translate that, please?
That's just my position.
That's it?
No, the follow up was they were like he was just like I play third. it was I will not DH. I play third.
Yeah,
I love
when
that.
he asked to play DH, he said no.
Can you expand on that?
I play third.
there it is. There it is.
That's it.
That's all I
Yeah,
wanted to
I play
find was
third.
I play third.
I like that. Stick to your guns. I play third. I mean, what else? There's. It's just this is proving my point more.
Mark Cuban brought that fan back courtside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the guy that got ejected.
Okay.
So now everyone's like, well, is everyone on the Jumbotron now going to say fire Nico? I hope that happens.
Yeah. And the more and more that has come out, because there's been a couple more articles, it literally just was Nico did not like Luka.
Hank has a take.
Oh.
I recognize that face.
Oh, let's go.
He grinned and then he shut himself up and then he grinned more.
Well, it's not fleshed out, and I haven't been fully locked in for the past couple weeks, but
Let's
the
flesh it out.
LeBron picture, and I'm trying to right my conspiracy theorist ways, but I saw a LeBron picture, ruined All-Star game, bailed on the team, ruined the picture.
And you love
ruined
All-Star
the
game. You always loved All-Star game.
And the report came out a month ago or whatever,
Yeah.
that there's rumors about this new league that LeBron might be starting, which would tank the NBA. What if the NBA forced Luka to the Lakers to basically like force LeBron to like stay?
Oh.
Because the Luka thing still doesn't make any sense.
But
And LeBron is clearly like doing something, like something's going on where he's protesting or he's got an axe to grind in some way. And maybe the NBA knew about this internally and they tried to send Luka to LA to somehow stop LeBron from doing what he's trying to do.
I don't think that's going to stop him from doing what he's trying to do. But, Hank, I do agree with you that the NBA has bent over backwards, or I guess bent over forwards for LeBron for the past, 15 years. And now he's going to leave the NBA and then start a rival league to the NBA with, like, Saudi money and all this shit. And it's going to be very funny to see how the NBA reacts to that after the guy that they've given everything. I don't know how the Luka thing fits into it, but we need to explore all possibilities. So I like that your brain's going there.
I like the theory. I read an article that Nico Harrison. I think Nico Harrison like clicked on a tweet, Luka slander tweet. We always talk about it. You know, the people.
Luka's a cone.
Yeah, the reply guys are like,
tweet.
yeah, like LaFraud, no real championships. He clicked on one of those with Luka being like, he's a traffic cone, blow by, and then that's his whole algorithm. And he was like, because he keeps saying defense wins championships when I'm pretty sure that's not what happens in the NBA these days. And Luka basically carried them to the title round. He just hated him. He just hated his guts.
It is good to have a defense wins championships guy, though.
Oh, yeah, but you don't want him to be...
Guy, but probably not leading your team in the NBA.
You want him to be like an old assistant on the bench.
Yes.
You want him like a white-haired guy who just sits there with a whistle in his mouth, never blows, and he's like, defense does win championships.
Yeah, you want a guy that's going to get your guys to play like 1% harder defense. But ultimately, superstars win championships.
Yeah.
Guys like Luka, guys like Jaylen Brown. All these guys.
Yeah, all these guys. Hank, stop listening.
I listen. Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. All right. Should we do hot seat, cool throne, and then we can talk some hockey? Oh, we should do our last thing. We need to find a Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually very important.
It is kind of an eye-opening experience for us to realize that we don't have any Canadians that work for us. Bad job.
Bad job by us. So here's the deal. We're going to stream the Four Nations final on Thursday night from the PMT studio. We would like to invite a single AWL Canadian. I think this person probably has to live in Chicago. But where are they emailing their application to be? We want the most Canadian guy possible. We don't want an asshole Canadian. We want the nicest Canadian like in the world.
Someone who's not afraid to show off their Canadian spirit.
Yeah, but like not in a. I don't want a Canadian to come in and like try to.
We might have to do some. I think we'll send the email. Then we might have to do me and Max and the boys might have to do some pre-calls tomorrow,
right,
to try and flesh them out.
What I'm trying to say is I don't want a Canadian to come in.
I know what we're looking for.
Yeah, I don't want a Canadian to come in and be like, oh, this is my moment. I got to talk shit back to these guys. I want a Canadian to come in and just be themselves.
Yeah. If you have
Canadian.
pre-existing evidence of you being a solid Canadian would be good.
Right.
Nothing that you've created specifically for this moment.
Maybe someone who, if we can timestamp it, apologize for the booing of the national anthem. That would put you at the top of the class.
Yeah. Or if you're a Mountie.
Yeah.
A Mountie would rock.
So it's probably got to be in the Chicago area, or at least you can get here Thursday, but we're looking for one Canadian to come and watch the game with us for the stream so that we can say we have a Canadian. I'm excited. So where are they going to send the email?
PMTBachelorParty@gmail.com.
Okay.
That's just a completely random email.
And we're going to have to fact check because we don't want any fake Canadians trying to skirt through. We're going to have to ask for some documentation. And yeah, explain to us in, 3 sentences why you would make the perfect Canadian to watch this game with us.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Very excited.
We're going to find a Canadian.
Can't wait to beat the fuck out of Canada on Thursday.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I have talked a lot of shit. I don't know if I'm going to go phone hacked or Wi-Fi doesn't work. I haven't decided what.
What the fuck?
What if we lose?
We're not going to lose.
Why are you thinking like that?
I'm just making plans.
This is bad mentality, Big Cat Scott. Yep.
What
yeah. If this was Max, Big Cat would crawl down Max's throat.
That's insane.
It is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous about this game.
We're going to lose. You think we're going to lose?
No, I don't.
It's a must-win.
I think we're going to win.
You're planning a loss.
I'm not planning a loss.
There's never been a bigger must-win than this.
I'm not planning a loss. I'm just, I've thought about what, I mean, do you think we're going to kill him no matter what? All right, fine. Fuck it. We're going to kill him. Fine.
It's USA.
You're right. We don't lose these games.
Players don't matter.
We never lose these games.
The flag matters.
We've never lost these games.
We got the T'Chucks.
Well,
I just had so many Canadians being like, see you Thursday. I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot there's another game.
At least one Kachuk is hurt.
I think
Charlie McAvoy's also out.
Yeah. McAvoy's out.
So, all right. So it's not even our best.
Yeah. This is our JV team that we sent.
Perfect. And we're definitely going to still win, but we're going to do it with our JV team, which is crazy.
There's got to be I need more fights.
Yeah. Need more
right
fights.
off the bat.
Absolutely have to have
We were
more
2-1 in those first 3 fights. I think I gave it to us 2-1.
I'd say 3-0. Easy 3-0. Okay, so send the email. We want one Canadian here on Thursday night to watch the game with us. And tune in. We'll do it from the PMT YouTube, which you should subscribe. We're over 600K now, but keep subscribing. All right, let's do Hot Seat Cool Throne. Then we will talk some more hockey with Biz. Hot Seat Cool Throne is brought to you by our friends at Chevy. Chevy has packed more capability into the Silverado Trail Boss so that you can pack more fun into your weekend. Have yourself a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the truck that says no to nothing. Tailgates, spontaneous camping trips, DIY projects. Bring it on. What about a cross-country road trip? Silverado was the perfect ride for last year's Grit Week out west. Recently, they helped us give fullbacks the recognition they deserve with the Low Man Award. Well, the Silverado Trail Boss is built like a fullback. We're talking 495 pounds of foot of torque. Hold on to your sodas, Max. Plus, the Trail Boss gives you an extra 2-inch lift, so maybe Hank can finally dunk. Silverado brings the grit, then pairs it with all the latest truck tech, inside and out. The result, a truck that can do it all, then show up on Monday with a story to tell. So learn more about the Silverado Trail Boss at Chevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Hot Seat Cool Throne is also brought to you by our friends at Body Armor. We love Body Armor. I'm drinking it right now. The Flash IV bottles. Do we have a Flash IV? Can I get a Flash IV? Just got back from vacation. Little hungover. Not feeling great. This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Flash IV. Body Armor Flash IV is packed with electrolytes and provides faster and longer-lasting hydration with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or dyes. With great-tasting flavors like strawberry, kiwi, and tropical punch, Body Armor Flash IV gives your body the rehydration it needs to recover. Get yours at a local 7-Eleven or on Amazon today. Let me see. Max is going to bring us some Flash IVs. I need one right now. I would like one. All right, Max just handed me a Flash IV. I'm drinking the tropical punch. Delicious. This is what I need to bounce back.
I got the Flash IV powdered dragon fruit berry. Also has 95 milligrams of caffeine with 0 sugar.
Great for rehydration. Get yours at local 7-Eleven or on Amazon today. All right, Hank, Hot Seat Cool Throne.
My hot seat is flying.
Yeah.
Not a conspiracy guy. Thank God you guys have righted my ways there.
What was the one that you sent us?
The microchips.
Yeah.
What
was that?
Allegedly. Again, and this is where I think it's like you guys talking to me about conspiracies, like it's gotten in my phone and set up my algorithm that way.
It's
like,
our fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So based spinach, which seems reputable.
That's the account?
That's the name of the account.
Based
Okay.
spinach.
Said someone spent $1.38 million worth of Ethereum to tell the world that there's a Chinese-grade Neuralink and it's already been mass implanted into their military and workforce to control them like bugs.
Oh.
Okay.
So that, if that's true, that'd be bad.
That'd be really bad.
With planes.
No, the plane thing is just like a plane crash landed, and flipped over. Mm-hmm. And it was very scary.
No one died.
No one died.
Kind of crazy, right?
I mean, you probably can sue the fuck out of them.
The wings snapped off.
Yeah.
They were okay. I don't want to throw the pilot under the bus. The landing looked a little hard.
Yeah,
in my eyes.
Everyone seems to be saying that it was the pilot's fault, but
could have been wind.
it just seems like these things are happening more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Being in a plane crash where no one dies, though, rocks.
Yeah. It's like getting bit by a shark and surviving.
Big Cat sent that to me as I was on the plane, woke up to them being like, we're landing in 30, 40 minutes. And that's the first thing I saw. Mm-hmm. So that's all I was thinking
So
about
you're nervous?
as we were landing, yeah.
Would have been awesome.
I don't think so.
I think it would have been awesome.
I don't think I would enjoy that.
I think it would have been to be like, I was on a plane that flipped and blew up, but I survived.
I was on a plane once I got struck by lightning.
Really?
Yep.
What happened?
It was a super stormy day.
Okay.
And then
thanks for that
it
context.
just got, all of a sudden you just saw like bright lights just go all around all of the windows, and you were like, what the hell was that? And then they got on the the flight attendant got on the thing and was like, all right, we need to do an emergency landing in Baltimore. Everything's going to be okay, but we need to land immediately.
So
and then they told us after the fact that it was because the plane got struck by lightning.
Did the plane get hurt?
Yeah, no, the plane was done.
Oh.
Like it was good enough to land, but it was not Like if we went any further, it would have
knocked out some of the systems.
That's crazy.
Right.
I've also heard that there have been a couple birds that have gotten sucked into the engines, like Sully.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
But not like they're not bad bird strikes. But when they do hit the 737 Max, it fills the cabin with smoke because the air conditioner pulls from the engine. We've had that happen a couple times too.
So not a conspiracy guy, but Neuralink and planes are crashing.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. Just keep living, man.
I'll be honest with you. It is kind of shocking that planes haven't crashed more.
They used to crash a lot.
When you're ever on a plane, are you like, holy shit, this is crazy?
Every time.
A big tube of metal that's flying through the sky?
Every time.
Yeah, I don't think about that stuff.
Yeah, no, you've just keep living.
Yeah.
Comfortably numb.
Why? Why would I put that in my brain?
I feel you. And then my cool throne.
Maybe I have the Neuralink.
We did just wish for the Neuralink when it came to eliminating the off season.
Mm-hmm. You ever think about that?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you were a conspiracy theorist, you'd feel like that's,
Would you want a chip in your brain if it made you way smarter?
No.
Tortilla?
No.
Way smarter.
No.
What about severance? Would you choose to be severed?
No.
If I could control it, yes. Imagine being severed and just going to like work out.
Oh, I thought you were saying that if
Then
you
it
could
just turns
control it,
into
if Hank had a chip in his brain that we controlled.
No.
Click
That
was
would-
ahead
that
of
would
its
be
time.
awesome.
Click was ahead of its time. Okay, your cool turn? It's fine, dude.
Yeah, it's fine. Boston Dynamics robots, Neuralink. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
AI. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, my cool throne's bachelor parties.
What here? My take though, Hank, is like if it's not if it is not fine, what the fuck are we gonna do about it?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's where I'm just like whatever.
We're in the.
We got a few more.
We're
years.
not in a spot where we can change anything.
That's why you got to buy
We
land.
got a platform.
You got to just keep going.
That's why you got to buy land
near water.
and spinach, base spinach, raise your own meat.
You just got to keep going.
You got to become
keep
liver
on
king.
trucking. Can't
That's
do
what I'm
anything
saying.
about
Yeah,
it.
just keep on living, man.
Okay. All right, your cool thrones bachelor parties?
Bachelor parties. Yeah, we're going through. We were waiting till after the dust settled, but we're going through this week. All the submissions. So
where can people
this is
submit?
This is the last chance you have. Would be
We'll
the next
tweet
2
the link
days.
again.
Where
it's
can people
PM,
submit?
What is it?
Is it PMT
No,
Canadian?
no.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, they're not having another email is unfortunate because we are going through.
No, it's not an email. It's not an email.
It's a link.
It's a
link.
It's a Google sheet.
Okay,
so we'll send that out.
and we'll put it on Instagram
Yeah.
story and Twitter and stuff tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Because we haven't got enough submissions yet, right?
Well, no, we have.
want female submissions.
We have a specific date range, so it's like a lot of submissions weren't inside of that. So I just wanted to give people one more chance.
Okay. Females.
April.
Bachelorette parties count too.
If you're not in April, probably waste of time to submit.
Yeah, don't move it to try to get into April to get on this, unless you're a bachelorette party. All right. Good job, Hank.
Thanks.
PFT.
Great job, Hank.
Thanks.
My hot seat is Caitlin Clark. Again, more contract discussions, but her agent gave an interview where she said that Caitlin Clark is so good at basketball that she'll never be paid fairly by the WNBA because the league just can't afford to pay her what she's truly worth. There's probably some bit of truth in that the league doesn't generate enough money where her salary will never be like equivalent to what she brings into the league.
Yep.
But it's also the God paradox, which is like, could God create a stone so big that he himself could not lift it because he's like all powerful, but then he'd be able to lift that stone no matter what.
So what's the solution?
The solution, I don't think there's a solution.
They just can't pay her enough.
I think the solution is just to remind everybody all the time that she's underpaid,
Yeah,
which I have a problem with because she hasn't won shit.
it's true.
Hasn't won any big ones.
Didn't we do we did the hasn't won the big one draft, and she was on there.
She's never won a college national championship, never won a WNBA national championship.
These are all facts.
So I think that she's paid what she's worth right now.
She got to win the big one.
Talk to me when she's got a chip, when
Yeah.
she gets that ring.
Max, are you upset with the Jalen Hurts discourse because it's like everyone
Pete Prisco's an idiot.
basically the way we do the NFL is if you win a Super Bowl as a quarterback, that's really all you need. And except Jalen Hurts, everyone is like, nah, he's still
It's
Still
unbelievable that the two most important guys in my life are Jalen Hurts and Joel Embiid, and they are just both the exact opposite player and both looked at the exact same.
Oh, wow, that is interesting.
You think the exact same?
Kinda.
Minus the injuries.
Yeah.
I think
not in Philly.
Jalen Hurts
No,
has
not in Philly, correct.
a lot more respect.
Nobody.
There's been some takes this past week. Pete
Prescott.
Prisco said that Dak Prescott's better than
Yeah,
him.
he did. I saw that.
I
was
respect
tough.
that.
That he was like, Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback, and then the whoever social person asked him 50 quarterbacks, and he said that Jalen Hurts was worse than every single one of them.
Yeah, he had a tie with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he had
I think.
that was the best. Was a tie with Trevor Lawrence.
Well, he loves Trevor Lawrence.
He does. Who's not going to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that's a weird rumor that just got tossed out there because, number one, the Jaguars don't even have a general manager right now.
Yeah.
And number two, he has no trade clause.
Yeah.
So just erroneous on all
And
counts.
he's way too young for the Steelers to want him.
That's true.
That's the other part. Mm-hmm. Steelers are more in the Aaron Rodgers business.
In conclusion, Caitlin Clark is not overpaid
Yet.
until she wins.
Okay, you're cool, Tom?
Yeah, my cool throne is steroids. Steroids on the cool throne because that guy Yannick Sinner, the tennis player, you remember him? He was like the subject of a big steroid debate a while ago.
Yep.
The World Anti-Doping Agency reached their conclusion. They said, yeah, we'll suspend him for a couple months, but he's not getting the 3-year ban that we asked for.
Yeah, and he's also being suspended just in time that he can be back for the majors.
Yeah, it's interesting. So his excuse was he had a cut on his hand, and his trainer sprayed something on there. They got into the bloodstream.
Classic.
And then the tennis people were like, oh, yeah, the levels were exactly even with what he said happened. And now you've got guys like Djokovic coming out and saying, like, we can't trust the doping agencies. No shit.
Wait, maybe this is what we do the next 3 weeks because there's no sports on. What if we just try? What if we see if we can accidentally dope Max? Like how many of these stories are true where it's like we'll try to put steroids into Max without him knowing, and we'll have him take a piss test.
We'll catch his piss.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
All right.
Great. All right. So watch out.
Yeah. So there's that. Then the indoor mile time world record, has been broken twice in a week. So now it's down to 3:45:15. Last week it was broken down to 3:46:63. So just they're getting faster. And at some point, I've always wondered this about 100-meter dash. Like, when is it going to be the fastest that you'll ever run?
Right.
Because like the human body can only go so fast, right?
It's the tracks, the bounciness on the tracks.
Yeah, but then also in the news was that organization that we talked about like 6 months ago, the Enhanced Games. So the Enhanced Games are coming where steroid use is encouraged amongst the athletes. And I personally am excited about watching all those freaks out there.
So in.
And if you go on the Enhanced Game website, it'll give you tips on like how to come out to your parents as being enhanced. Like you're a discriminated class. It's a very funny website.
I like that. Max, you got to read up on that. You're going to we're going to get you enhanced and buy some steroids and just start putting it.
Not to my knowledge.
I would imagine it's not going to be hard for us. Just put it in like a piece of cheese and throw it to him. Have him sit first.
I'll be I'll just $1.
Yeah, peanut butter. When we give Max his daily scoop of peanut butter,
Give me a Kong.
One of these times.
Go in on it.
All right, my hot seat is working from home. I don't know if you guys saw this. The some guy who, what's the guy's name? I'm gonna find the tweet. He's like a big Wall Street guy. No, maybe Jamie Simons.
Dixon,
Jamie Dixon,
the guy
Jamie
from
Dimond,
the
Almost
guy from J.P. Morgan.
Yeah, he basically just was on a call, just slamming working from home, being like, "It's over. We're done with this." I actually agreed with a lot of things he said.
Well, I would also like to see how many days in the last 10 years he's worked from his office.
True.
And how many days he's traveled.
But I fundamentally, I understand working from home is awesome for a lot of people, but I do think that you lose. His point was more the younger generation is going to lose out, and I agree with that. Like not working with other people and having the coalescence, I think I used that word correctly, of ideas and things going back and forth, you will lose out. It is different when you're on Zoom.
I think it makes a big difference what job you're talking about.
Yeah,
True.
I think it's definitely an industry thing. Like,
Yeah.
there's different industries where it doesn't make sense and it's fine.
And there's some
But like any type of sales or when you have to be together. I think it's you got to get back to work.
I don't know about sales because you have some salespeople that are just like absolute killers no matter where they work from.
Yeah, but I think working around other people in like competition, that stuff matters.
I do think that does matter. Yeah, but it depends on what industry you're talking about. He's not wrong.
Yeah, so
but he's not right.
Home's done. I'm gonna say he's right.
I think it made I think a lot of people just took advantage of it and probably ruined it for most.
Yeah.
Like I think in theory working from home could work, but so many people just fucked off that.
Which I would do too if I was working from home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My cool throne is baseball injuries because we have one of the weirdest ones, and we've had a lot of weird baseball injuries. But Dustin May from the Dodgers, so he was rehabbing. I believe he was getting Tommy John, and he was coming back, and he was about to come back, and then he ate a salad, and a piece of lettuce tore his esophagus, and he had to get life-saving surgery that night, and that's why he was out for the rest of the year.
I'm never eating salad again.
Never. So
how does that happen? What kind of lettuce was
on
this?
the night of July 10th, while he was still rehabbing at the Dodgers Camelback Ranch facility in Arizona, May went to dinner and ordered a salad. After one bite, he felt lettuce stuck in his throat. Trying to wash it down, he took a quick swig of water. Moments later, he could tell something was wrong. In what May described as a complete freak accident, he unknowingly suffered a serious tear in his esophagus, one that required emergency surgery that night. Dashed any hopes of him returning before the end of the season, left him with a new perspective on not only baseball, but also the fragility of life. So he had a full abdominal surgery. It's insane. I've never heard of anything like this.
I have to imagine that it got stuck and then he coughed a whole lot. And how does a piece of lettuce, unless it's frozen?
I don't know.
Shredded.
Hank, you're a throat expert.
Lettuce can be bad.
Yeah.
Recall.
This could happen to you, Hank.
No, I'm off salads too.
No,
Yeah,
but with the
throat?
Yeah. The weed. The ashes. Could have burned your esophagus. You could have had you could have missed the entire baseball season.
That would have been bad.
It's a crazy injury. But we should maybe do a Mount Rushmore of crazy baseball injuries this year.
Washing your car. If you're a baseball player, never wash your car, you might slip and fall.
Yeah, the old John Smoltz burned himself while ironing a shirt that he was wearing.
I mean, Scotty Scheffler's was a baseball injury.
What was his again?
He was cutting a turkey.
Yeah. Glenn Allen Hill ran through a glass table because he was dreaming about spiders.
Yeah.
I think there was Joel Zumaya, right? He had the
Slipped
Guitar
in the
Hero.
Shower.
No, he had Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, Guitar Hero.
Yeah, Guitar Hero fucked up his wrist.
There's been a lot of shower injuries too.
Yeah. So there's we should definitely do that. I like started just looking up a couple of them. I didn't know this one, but Steve Sparks was a reliever for the Brewers in the 90s, and he tore his shoulder because he tried to rip a phone book after he watched a motivational speaker do it. That's an awesome baseball injury.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So we'll do that. But yeah, Dustin May, I'm happy you're alive, but this is why you don't eat salad.
Never eat salad. Never touch the stuff.
Never do it. Okay, let's get to Biz, and we're going to talk some hockey with Biz. Four Nations. Get it riled up for Thursday night. And we're brought to you by our friends at Reese's. Reese's are the absolute best. I got it right here. The all-new chocolate lava cup. Reese's peanut butter cups are the perfect combo of chocolate and peanut butter. Reese's peanut butter cups may be even more perfect with a layer of ooey gooey delicious chocolate lava. You can buy Reese's cups basically anywhere. It's lava time, baby. Try Reese's new delicious chocolate lava big cup right now. They're the best. I've had one pretty much every single day since they came on as a sponsor. They are so good. The elite candy, the best, the GOAT out there is Reese's, and then they went one up themselves with the all-new lava cups. So you can buy Reese's cups basically anywhere. It's lava time, baby. Try Reese's new delicious chocolate lava big cup. We're also brought to you by our friends at The Farmer's Dog. Listen, this is the year. Healthy habits don't apply to humans. Just to humans. Give your dog a fresh start too. The Farmer's Dog makes feeding real healthy dog food easy and convenient, and your dog will absolutely love it. Stella's been a farmer's dog long time. Blake's a farmer's dog. The pre-proportioned meals are personalized for your dog's needs, which makes it simple to help your dog reach and maintain a healthy weight. If you've ever thought about making the switch, now is the time. It's made from human-grade real meat and veggies that are gently cooked with the safety and quality standards of human food. It doesn't matter if your dog is young or old. It's always the right time to begin investing in their health. That means more happy, healthy, and full years together. Get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at farmersdog.com/PMT. Plus, you get free shipping. Just go to thefarmersdog.com/PMT to get 50% off. That's thefarmersdog.com/PMT. Okay, here he is, our good friend, Paul Bissonnette. Okay, we now welcome on a very, very, very special guest. He's one of our best friends, coworker, and
Citizen of the Year.
Canadian. It is Paul Bissonnette. We have him on because he actually requested to come on because he said, guys, fellas, the tides have turned. U.S. is better than Canada in hockey. You're our daddy. These are all his quotes to me. He said, I'd like to come on and just and kneel before the Kings before Thursday night, get ahead of it. So here you are. We're better than you.
Enjoy your round robin win, boys, because Thursday night we're going to put on a spanking to you Americans. You guys have been gloating. You've been calling us your 51st state. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. You're imposing tariffs on our country, and now you're trying to take our national sport. Mm-hmm. It ain't happening. Thursday night, you're going to see McJesus, McCarr, McKinnon, and Crosby put on a goddamn show in front of the Boston crowd.
First of all,
you hear me? You hear me, PFT?
I'm not saying you're 50. You're 52nd. We got to get Greenland in there first, and then Canada. You can be 52.
Puerto Rico.
That's fine.
53.
Yeah, we'll get to you guys when in due course. But yeah, let's talk about that shit pumping in the round robin stage because we kicked your ass, Biz. Mm-hmm. Admit it. Admit it was an ass kicking.
Both literally and like in the game, but also we beat the fuck out of you in the fights.
I would say that the fights were overall a draw. Let's not get carried away here. You guys were
at
the
least
antagonizers.
2-1.
But let's get serious.
We antagonized you.
You want to go?
I thought this was
You want to have
hockey.
a go?
Is this hockey?
You want to go?
Yeah.
You want one?
No sorries coming here, boys. No sorries in here. All right? Well, let's get serious for a second. USA Hockey is coming, and it's here to stay. Mm-hmm. With the amount of development that's going on, with the way the NCAA game has evolved, the NDP, I think it's called the National Development Program, that they have out of Ann Arbor, which they have like under 16, under 17, under 18 programs. Of course, World Juniors. Some of those guys are already playing college who end up playing World Juniors, but you guys have won back-to-back under 20s, which is the World Junior tournament, gold both years. So there has been a resurgence of hockey in America. A lot of Canadian players, and this is not to take credit. A lot of Canadians who have played in American markets have stayed and helped out with development in the minor league program. So it is going to continue to evolve. Big Cat, don't make that face. I am not taking credit. I'm saying it's a good thing for the sport growing in the United States of America. And there's 330 million people here, and it's starting to get the respect that it deserves because of all the work that a lot of people have put in. So shout out to the USA. Mm-hmm. You guys got some players, not quite to the level of McDavid, McKinnon, and McCarr, and Crosby, or anyone else in the top 10 of all time, because those all belong to Canadians. But you guys have came a long way, and American hockey is here to stay.
Yeah, hit him with the Ovechkin.
Yeah, how about Alexander Ovechkin, Biz? How about him in your top 10?
He will, you know what? He's going to go down as the greatest goal scorer of all time.
Correct.
But I don't think that anybody would have him in the Mount Rushmore of hockey.
Okay, well, there's 10
Sidney
guys
Crosby
on a top 10.
Is closer to the Mount Rushmore of hockey than Ovechkin.
Wait.
I would say that Ovi is, once he passes Gretzky for goals, I would say he's probably, going to be coming in around like 6th or 7th all time. I think still a lot of people put Stevie Y ahead of him for the amount that he won and also put up points like him. Not quite the goals, but from an all-around play perspective, Stevie Y is definitely ahead of Ovi.
Timeout. Sidebar with PFT. You can't listen to this. You can't listen to this.
Oh,
that was so That was so patronizing what he just did.
Yeah, he
was
patted me
like,
on
"Oh
the
yeah,
head."
a bunch of Canadians moved to America and then they had kids.
Yeah.
and oh, you got college and you guys are coming." He didn't say we're here. He said we're coming.
Although I don't think that saying when our citizens move to your country for like 6 months, they want to stay there for the rest of your life is the own that he thinks that it is.
Yeah. So we can't let him patronize us. Like
No,
this.
we
All right,
won't.
Biz,
We
you're
won't.
back.
Biz, so we at least beat the fuck out of you in the 2 out of the first 3 fights in the round robin. If you guys have all the studs, how come you didn't win?
Well, one of the studs was ill. He was not playing.
Are we
McCarr.
making excuses?
And where we're a little bit thin in the lineup is on the back end. And McCarr, a lot runs through McCarr. He's like a 28-minute a game type player in these types of situations. Now, listen, credit goes to the States. Not only did they come out with the fisticuffs, they got punched in the nose with a beautiful, accelerating move by McJesus, taking McAvoy to the outside, but then they stopped the bleeding. That was the only goal they ended up scoring. McAvoy was physical. The rest of the team was physical, throwing the body around, and then they locked things up defensively. They didn't allow McKinnon or McDavid's speed to affect them. They did an unreal job of angling in the neutral zone. That's something that you guys need to learn about, the angling in the neutral zone to combat that speed coming through the neutral zone. And the Americans did a great job of shutting things down for one game.
It's
and
pretty
you got
important
punched in the nose, and I get that. But like I said, Thursday, we're going to find an answer, and we're going to bring it to you in your own house.
Let me ask you this question, Biz. I saw our good friend Liam Blutman, who's a big puckhead.
Huge puckhead.
Was tweeting about the lack of goaltending for Team Canada and that a lot of the Canadians grew up wanting to be Sidney Crosby and didn't want to put on the big boy pads. Is there any truth to that, or is it overblown and maybe just like a little blip where, the Brodeur, the Longo, the Price, the Fleury, like that was something special, and you'll get back to that. It's just maybe you're having a little downtrend.
Yeah, goaltending has always been a strength of Canada, and they've always been able to rely on 3 guys, bringing them to these international tournaments. I would say that the position has gotten a little bit weaker in Canada. We still have world-class goaltenders. Like, let's not forget, Jordan Binnington won a Stanley Cup with the St. Louis Blues. In fact, he did win that Game 7 in the Boston Garden, so he's familiar with the territory. He's now entering for the Four Nations finals. Also, Aiden Hill, who, maybe he doesn't have this longevity and this big resume that some guys have, but he also won a Stanley Cup with the Vegas Golden Knights. And we do have some young guys in the pipeline. Now, the United States has definitely excelled in the goaltending position over the years. Like, they have probably 5 of the top 15 goaltenders in the world now. Hellebuck has been on this incredible run. I would say Hellebuck, based on the last 5 years, not so much in playoffs or in big money games, which is a good thing for Canada going into this one, because the last few years he's had these incredible regular seasons where he won the Vezina last year. He's probably going to win it this year if he continues, but yet bounced in the first round. So Jake Ottinger is another guy who he played at BU, I believe, and he's an incredible goaltender for the Dallas Stars. And there was even a few left off the roster. So that's a position that Canadians have dwindled in, but nonetheless still have guys who can get the job done in net.
So this tournament has been incredible. It has been awesome. I think like it's gone beyond the NHL's wildest dreams how successful that it's been. I saw that the USA-Canada game, that the round robin one where we kicked your ass, that was the highest rated hockey game outside of the Stanley Cup Finals since 2014. So pretty incredible. Great job by the NHL. People are watching this, getting excited about hockey. Is it almost too good, though? Because now I'm like, regular season NHL is going to be weird to go back to after I've had this taste of ultra nationalism and just like caring so very deeply about a USA hockey game.
Well, I think it shows everybody why best on best is so important. And the league came out with a statement actually right before the tournament started where they're going to obviously have the Olympics every 4 years and the 2 years like offsetting the Olympics. So every 4 years, but offset by 2 years, they're going to have a World Cup of hockey where they're going to essentially control the best on best. Is it going to go back to being a little bit boring? Well, I wouldn't say that because obviously the quality of play won't be as high, but you're also going to be down the stretch here for who's going to try to make playoffs. So the caliber and intensity of the NHL will now ramp up with 30 games remaining and so many teams still in the playoff picture. Like the fact that the way the point system is structured now, it keeps a lot of teams relevant later in the season to have a chance to make a run and capture a playoff position. I want to say that there's 6-7 teams in the East that can still grab that Eastern wild card position. And on top of that, you kind of have this thing that no one ever thought was even possible in the Ovi goal chase. Like no one thought Gretzky's goal record was ever going to be broken. And they thought that with the way that Ovi was going and trending, maybe coming off of last year, that it would take him 2, maybe even 3 years to pass him. And it was going to be like oh God, like this is kind of taking forever. No, he hasn't slowed down one bit. He's still at his normal pace where there's a strong possibility that he breaks it like towards game like 80 to 82, in which game 82, they play the Pittsburgh Penguins against Crosby. So for him to break that playing against Crosby, I think that would be a monumental moment, given the fact that these guys have carried the league for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And they at the same time.
Do you think that people in the NHL are surprised at how engaging it's been and how much people have loved the Four Nations?
I think that people were optimistic going in. I think that a lot of people understood how good this American roster was and that all 4 teams had a possibility to win. It does suck because the Finns had a few injuries on D, which kind of made them the fourth man out. But that game changed everything. Like even going back to the first game, Canada versus Sweden, Canada got out to the 2-0 lead, and twice Sweden came back from 2-goal deficits, and it went to overtime. It was this incredible 3-on-3, and that kind of set the tone for everything. And I think that made people even more interested. And then when that game happened, like I don't know if you guys heard, but like you guys know who the Tkachuk brothers are. There might be people listening who are not familiar. Walt Tkachuk, Keith is his actual name, is a bona fide Hall of Famer. He will be put in the Hall of Fame. American player who scored 500 goals. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. The fact that he birthed these 2 children, and Brady and Matthew, should put him in the Hall of Fame just for that reason alone. They should put his sperm in the Hockey Hall of Fame in its own little section, maybe in like a cloning lab, if they want to make more guys who can sell the game, because these guys are like these WWE characters who are not only very highly skilled, they play fucking hard, they handle their own business, and obviously if they feel threatened in any way, they'll punch your face in, especially if you're booing their national anthem. So they go out there, but that afternoon before the game, they started a text thread with a guy named JT Miller, who's been having a chaotic year with the Vancouver Canucks, who was then traded to the New York Rangers. And they basically said, we're going to flip the Bell Center in Montreal upside down, right from the opening goddamn face-off. And then you guys saw the melee that ensued. So there are so many casual sports fans that are now obsessed with this storyline of these teams meeting back up on Thursday. Mm-hmm. This couldn't have been a better thing for the NHL. Yeah. This makeshift experience that took over for an all-star game has basically now turned into World War III.
And it's so this episode that we're airing before, on Wednesday, we started the episode by saying this is the worst 3 weeks in sports calendar. There's just not a lot. We're in that dog days of NBA, NHL. This has just been incredible. They've just captured everyone's attention. It feels like Thursday night is going to be so much fun. I do have a question for you. Well, I have 2 questions. One, will it be a crisis when the U.S. wins on Thursday? Is it going to be like crisis in Canada? Like, oh my God, we've got nothing.
I would say for a week straight, everybody's going to argue about the lineup decisions. There will be conversations of blowing up Hockey Canada and restructuring the whole thing. There'll be dialogue about how hockey, youth hockey specifically, is far too expensive, how much it is to rent ice, how much it is to buy equipment, how the common man has been weeded out. So it would be safe to say, yes, it would be a national emergency if we lose that game on Thursday. Okay. Yes, that would be fair to say.
And then the other question I have for you, so on this same episode, right before you came on, we are putting out the bat signal. We're going to stream, because you guys are going to the game, or you're not going to the game, but Witt and Jans and all them are going to the game, right, on Thursday night. What are you doing? Are you working?
So I've been on the road for a week straight, and I've missed basically every flight's been delayed or canceled, minimal sleep. I am going to watch from my living room in peace.
Okay, great.
And zone in. And I'm going to watch every goddamn second of that game. That's where I want to be, on my couch, outside the noise.
Okay, so we might request for you to maybe zoom in between periods to give us a little update. So we're going to stream from this studio. We put out the bat signal for one AWL, one listener of this show who is Canadian is going to come watch with us. What do you think that person should be? We're going to screen them basically all day trying to figure out who best fits it. But what do you think we should be looking for in our one token Canadian that we're going to have sit right in the middle of us for this game?
You should probably get somebody who has experience playing hockey growing up in Canada.
Okay.
I think that you should get a blue-collar Canadian who's extremely passionate about hockey, somebody who has a thick accent.
Yep.
You are in Chicago, which is pretty central. It would have been funny for you guys to get like a Maritimer or something. It might be easier for you guys to fly in somebody from like Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Maybe maybe Red Deer, Alberta. Maybe get like a true Westerner. I would imagine somebody of that magnitude would have a big impact on the stream to bring their patriotic beliefs in the Canadian hockey to the stream.
So if we get it down to 3 finalists, can I text you the 3 finalists and have you decide? I would assume that you can just tell by the look of them. We're going to get them to send pictures in and like their credentials. I would assume that if you just look at a Canadian, you can be like, all right, that's our guy.
I would say give me a 30 to 60 second video of them describing why they deserve to be on the stream, and then I'll make my pick according to that. They have to provide maple syrup, and every time the Canadians score, you have to do a maple syrup shot. Everybody in the room. That has to happen.
Okay.
If he's not wearing a Canadian tuxedo, he's not invited.
Yep. Yep.
I think that underneath the Canadian tuxedo, like under the jacket, he should go shirtless.
Yep. Yeah.
And he should be wearing a toque.
Okay. Wait, what were you going to say, Max?
Hank and I are going to try and get them on a Zoom to really get a vibe.
Oh,
okay,
I love that.
Do an
I love
interview?
that. All right, so we'll get us a 3 finalists, Max, 30 to 60 second video, and then Biz will decide who the actual person is going to be.
And ask them how they would solve the housing crisis in Canada.
Okay.
That should be their little trick question to see if they who knows, maybe he's the next prime minister.
Yeah.
Biz, how would you solve the housing crisis in Canada?
I would just build more houses.
I like the people who solve it. I like the people who solve it on Twitter, and they just circle all of northern Canada. They're like, why don't they build houses here? That's it. I see that like every week. They're like, why is there a housing crisis? Build them here. It's just a circle of like the most barren land that's just so cold, 10 months a year. Like, just fucking put the condos here, dude.
Yeah,
Hey, Biz,
that could help.
I got a question. I got a question for you. If this game is so important to you, why don't you, if you lose this game, you got to move back to Canada full time?
I would do that, but if we win, then Trump can't even talk about one more fucking tariff.
Deal.
And he has to walk back the 51st state comment.
Okay, deal.
He has to take the podium at the White House, and he has to apologize to not only me, but all of my fellow countrymen about some of the inflammatory comments he's been making about taking over Canada. Okay?
Okay, deal.
We've long been friends with Americans. He started this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the booze, but they were not directed at people like you. They were directed at the orange man who called us the 51st state. Right?
The booze. By the way, we love the booze. I want there to be booze back. Like, that's what makes sports fun. It's fun.
I would say that the like the political climate of this game is at like the perfect place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, it is serious. I don't think that the tariffs are going to happen. I think he was joking about the 51st state. Let's boo each other. Let's fight each other. And let's go have beers after the game and say, hey, great job, everybody. We did a lot for hockey.
Yes.
After a 6-2 Canadian victory with McJesus 2 goals, Mitchie Marner with a goal and an assist, Cale Makar with 1 and 1-2, and hopefully a Marchand knuckle sandwich.
But could you imagine if we beat you and then you did become the 51st state together we would never lose another Four Nations again.
True.
We would dominate.
Think about that. We'll add Crosby to our roster. We could probably.
I think
find
we
a
got
spot.
room for him.
Find
Maybe
one
he's
spot.
getting a little older.
Probably
but
not
teach
McDavid.
Well, he hasn't won anything.
Yeah, right. So we probably don't
Does
want him
that
on
concern
our team.
you that McDavid's never really won anything, and now you're counting on him to win the
No,
big
it
one?
actually doesn't, because it's motivated him even more to win this game.
Got
And I
it.
agree with what you're saying. Everyone's going to screw. Hey, listen, I'm not being a hypocrite either. Everybody scrutinized Ovi until he won, right?
But he won.
And then he won. And then the monkey was off the back. And then everyone called him a winner. So for McDavid, I think he's won World Juniors, but this is a way bigger deal.
There's
going to be 15 million people watching worldwide. That would be my assumption as to how many people watch this game. This might go down as one of the most viewed hockey games of all time. So McJesus has to win the big one.
Now,
and the torch will be passed.
We'll get back to Biz Nasty in a second. He's brought to you by Sleep Number. Listen up. We're talking about something that's just as important as game day, sleep. Did you know that 80% of NFL players have a Sleep Number smart bed? That's right. These guys aren't just elite athletes on the field. They're recovering like pros off it too. And here's why. The Sleep Number smart bed is all about customization. You can adjust the firmness on each side so couples don't have to fight over who gets the better setup. It's like having a referee in your bed, but no whistles, just comfort. If you're waking up tired or feeling like you just got tackled in your sleep, this bed's got your back. Literally, it contours to your body, even adjusts to keep you comfortable all night long. Plus, the new Climate Cool feature is a total game changer. It keeps you up to 15 degrees cooler, so no more sweaty nights tossing and turning. Bottom line, if it's good enough for the NFL, you've got to check it out. Right now, you can save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Head to a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com to learn more. Sleep Number, because your best sleep is your best performance. Go get it. Paul Bissonnette is also brought to you by our great friends over at Truly. It's Truly time. It's the summer of Truly coming up. Truly's delicious. I love the Berry Blast. I've got the Citrus Crush right here. Truly Unruly. It is delicious, and it's 8% ABV, so it hits hard, but it still tastes amazing. Truly Unruly is a hard seltzer. It breaks all the rules. Drinks light, parties hard. It's high ABV, and it actually tastes good. It's the official hard seltzer of Pardon My Take. Find a Truly Unruly at a store near you or visit www.trulyhardseltzer.com. Now, here's more Paul Bissonnette.
If he loses this one, would it be fair to say that he's the biggest loser of all time?
I don't think that would be fair to say.
Okay, all right. Well, that was just a question. I'm not saying he's the biggest loser of all time. I'm just asking.
And this is no insult to the Bills or is it Jim Kelly? Is that his name?
Jim Kelly? Yeah.
He did win. He did lose 4 times in the Super Bowl, like straight, right?
True.
Back to back to back to back.
It seems mean.
He never lost the USA in a sport that his country created. It'd be like if he lost a Super Bowl to Canada in football.
That's true. That's a good point. I wouldn't say he's the biggest loser, though.
Okay.
I would say that
I wouldn't either.
My concerns would rise whether or not he can win the big one.
Do you think there's a chance, McDavid, knowing how big this game is on Thursday night, do you think there's a chance we see him not come off the ice?
No. I think he's going to play
enough.
around.
He doesn't want it
You would
enough.
have to drag me off that ice.
I'd play all 60 minutes, no problem.
They'd have to send the Mounties out there to arrest me and take me off the ice in handcuffs on horseback.
This is what we're saying, dude. Like, if he wants it this bad, don't come off the ice. 60 minutes.
So hockey is an anaerobic sport, and it's just you can't be efficient being out there the full 60 minutes. It's just impossible.
Yeah, if you don't want it enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Mind over matter.
I bet you if you ask one of the Kachuk brothers, they do it.
Come off the ice to allow a guy like Sidney Crosby to also play 20 minutes.
Oh, you're going to let another man fuck your wife too?
Yeah,
like,
dude,
come on. I'm staying on that ice.
Does he want it or not? I bet you if you ask the Kachuk brothers right now, hey, you going to play 60 minutes? If we ask you to, they'd be like, fuck yeah, we will.
Well, we're the cucking Canadians. We do like to share. Okay?
Hey, come in here, finish her off real quick. I'm getting tired.
Yeah. Biz, the real reason we asked you on today
we're like the Bonnie Blues. We can snap around, you know?
Biz, we love you. Do you think there's going to be fights? You think we're going to see like at puck drop, first face off? Are they going to drop the gloves again?
So I was trying to do my best Don King impression, and we had Drew Doughty on postgame, and he's had an individual rivalry with Matthew Tkachuk since Matthew Tkachuk entered the league. They were both playing in the West at the time. Matthew Tkachuk started with the Calgary Flames. So keep in mind, folks, the guy that you guys have been bag licking the most, the Tkachuks, they both started their careers in Canada. Brady actually still plays for the
literally talked
Ottawa.
about their father's sperm, and you're saying that we're bag lickers.
They have honed their skills on Canadian ice. Brady has played for the Ottawa Senators, which is the capital of Canada. That's where our parliament is. And Matthew started with the Calgary Flames. And when they would play against the LA Kings and Drew Doughty, they'd always be battling. So I asked after the game, I said, hey, Hagel said he wouldn't back down. And I know that you've had personal beef with Matthew Tkachuk over the years. If he asked you and challenged you to fight, would you do so? And he said, I would do anything for my country. So we may see fisticuffs in that game. I don't think we're going to see him at the drop of the puck. But if there's a big hit, maybe a little tomfoolery with running of the goaltender, I think there's a strong possibility that they shed the mitts and they go toe-to-toe. Toe-to-toe.
Okay, so wait. So Matthew Tkachuk started with the Flames in Calgary, and then he
Alberta
had to come.
Alberta beef.
So he had to come to America to win a Stanley Cup. Is that what you're saying?
He honed his skills on Canadian soil.
Okay. Yeah.
To propel him to
what
learn how
happened
to
when
be
he
a
came
winner.
to America?
To propel him to learn how to be a winner, just like all the people who played in the NHL who are Canadian, who settled in the United States, who helped you guys become a strong hockey nation. You can thank us now.
Does it bother you when we bring up that Canada hasn't won a Stanley Cup in whatever it's been, like 30 years, even though every team that wins a Stanley Cup is full of Canadians?
Because we've been helping you guys hone your skills.
You should slap a tariff on us for all the Canadians that are coming over here to play hockey.
Exactly. And we didn't even ask for thanks for it. All we wanted was your respect and dignity. And we've received none of it.
Well, you got guys like, you call him Connor McJesus. He's never won a big one. We got big guns like Austin Matthews, certified winner, that's going to score a game-winning goal.
Here we got hockey boosting your economy, and now there's threats of you guys crippling ours after everything we've done for you. So I would refrain from your booze that Boston Garden there, Mr. Big Cat.
All right, so I got a question for you, Biz. The real reason we asked you on.
Okay.
Do you have a problem with your hands down your pants?
I kind of, when I'm like, nestling up to get a little nap, I don't mind having my hand on my junk.
Okay, because there was a video. There's a video that came out of the Chicklets boys coming back from Canada down to Boston after the game on Saturday, and you were passed out, hands so far down your pants. What do you have a statement about that?
I think Al Bundy was onto something.
Okay, okay, just keep it in for warmth. That was kind of fucked up. They got you dirty on that one.
Yeah, they did. Kind of like how the Americans started the game, sneak attack. This is war.
I love
and
this.
I'm hoping that Canada deploys the nukes like Tom Wilson. This is war.
We have our own guy that puts his hand on his dick. That's Max. Mm-hmm. Max is just always. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
It's comfortable. Sometimes I don't realize that I'm doing it, which is bad.
When you got big meaty clankers down there, you gotta move them around somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just wanted them for. There are Canadian natural hand warmers. That's what we call them. Canadian hand warmers.
I do put my hands down my pants all the time.
In the CFL, the quarterbacks don't have that pouch. They just put their hand on their nuts in the midst of the game. That's the Canadian Football League.
I'm so excited for this. Is just such a huge win. We talked about it over the weekend, but what hockey did to the NBA this weekend, it couldn't have been a bigger difference. Like the NBA, and I love the NBA and I love playoff basketball, but that was unwatchable on Sunday night. Whereas hockey has found something that is gotten everyone so excited and like just so. I'm looking forward to Thursday night like it's a playoff game for one of my teams.
Oh, and as if this game needed a little extra spice, there was rumblings that the greatest American defenseman on the planet, who was too injured coming into the tournament, is now going to lace him up for the finals. He hadn't played one game, didn't even attend the tournament, and they're calling in the infantry.
Yeah,
Love that.
Quinn Hughes.
Quinn Hughes, this kid is unbelievable to watch. And for those of you who don't follow hockey much, if he does play, he's a water bug out there. He's like you could also argue the fact that Cale Makar is also a modern day Bobby Orr. But the way that him and Quinn Hughes are able to move around back there and walk the blue line with their Shakira hips and their edge work with their skates and how they're able to find lanes to the net, and they're a single man breakout. They don't even need anybody else on the ice to snap it around with. They could just take it up the ice themselves. They're fascinating to watch. Another guy to look out for, Columbus Blue Jackets defenseman Zach Werenski. Played at the University of Michigan. He's had a tremendous season. Because of the injuries that Quinn Hughes has sustained and some of the time he's missed, he could actually maybe win the Norris ahead of him. I think that he should also be in the Hart conversation, also based on what he's done for the Columbus Blue Jackets alone. Jacob Slavin, a smothering defenseman with a great stick. Another young defenseman in Brock Faber, who plays in Minnesota. The general manager of Team USA is Bill Guerin, and he brought this youngster on the team, and he has showed him that he looks like a genius for even adding him to the roster. Like, incredible shutdown game against the Canadians. As far as the forwards are concerned, Jack Eichel. He won a Stanley Cup with the Vegas Golden Knights. This kid is unbelievable. The way that he moves up and down the ice, the way that he plays on the defensive side of the puck as well, the way that he's able to spread the puck out and distribute it, yet being so reliable. He is, to me, he's like Sasha Barkov for the Florida Panthers. Just like, that's how good he is at playing a full 200-foot game. Austin Matthews, who scored 69 goals last year with the Toronto Maple Leafs, giggity. He is a lethal sniper for the Americans as well. He has not scored a goal yet in this tournament, but look for him to potentially have an explosive game. I could go on and
Mr.
on
Clutch, yeah,
about all the talent that has been developed on the American side, all thanks to the Canadians.
Well,
those are some of the guys.
We got two sets of brothers. Isn't that largely in thanks to strong, rugged American sperm?
That goes without saying. The Kachuk brothers are the modern-day Bash brothers. They literally foreshadowed this in the Mighty Ducks movies about these two, okay? The modern-day Bash brothers, and they are WWE superstars at the way they can also handle the mic. So I am grateful for these guys and helping grow the game, but on Thursday, they're going to get absolutely fucking worked. Mark my words.
All right,
this
so
is
give me
our
final score.
sport,
Yeah, give
and
me
we're
final
not giving it up.
Prediction. Final.
Yeah, prediction.
6-2.
6-2.
McJesus will rise. McJesus will rise. They will light up Hellebuck in an elimination situation. When all the chips are on the table, he is unproven. He is unproven. And Canada will take advantage of that. And Jordan, the snowman Bennington, will have an incredible performance for the Canadians in net.
I mean,
Mark my
6-2
words.
is a ridiculous prediction.
Mark my words.
It's disrespectful.
An absolute spanking. And it'll be a message to you, all the casual hockey fans, and that orange man in the White House for threatening the tariffs on us.
I wasn't planning on booing "Oh Canada."
Oh, I'm going to boo now.
But because of the disrespect you just demonstrated towards our country, and I
You
thought
disrespected
we
us
were
first.
friends. I thought we were friends. Or my Canadian brothers, I love them, but Biz unfortunately had to open his big mouth and say all the mean stuff about the United States. Now I am forced to boo the national anthem.
Yeah.
You started this, and I didn't boo the national anthem.
Yeah, you did.
I respect all the freedoms that this country has provided me and my family. I respect that. You guys disrespected us first. We are not a 51st state.
I can't wait till we steal your. I mean, you should just shut down Canadian hockey. It's over. It's over.
Are you guys done?
I actually have one last question. Roback question. RHOBACK.com. Promo code TAKE. 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Roback.com. Promo code TAKE. Where are you at right now with Blackhawks Twitter? Because you've been in a beef over Connor Bedard. I actually had your back, Biz. On the stretch pod, we were talking about it. I had your back because I do think the one thing that always drives me nuts is when people are like, oh, Biz, like I think they put up a graphic like Biz had this many points, Bedard's had this many points in the last 5 weeks. Just because Biz didn't score 500 goals doesn't mean he can't talk about the game. If anything, I'd rather have guys like you talk about the game because you didn't have all God's given talent and you had to work your ass off to get to the NHL. So I had your back on that. I think that's bullshit when people try to be like, Biz, had this many goals. Well, he can't talk about anyone.
I may have been a plug, but I do understand the game.
Right.
I sat right in front of the coach most of my career, right in the middle of the bench, and observed and paid attention to all the little details of the game, every video session. And I had to pay attention to those details because if I didn't, I wouldn't have been in the lineup. And if I would have messed one of those little details up, I would have been out of the lineup. So I was just trying to help Bedard. I personally think I should be on the payroll with the Chicago Blackhawks based on me helping him train this summer on that hike we did.
Yep.
Helping him with his face-offs at the Winter Classic.
Yep.
When we did that little video in which what's happened since? His face-off percentage has improved. You're welcome. And then he was getting a little bit sloppy defensively, so I called it out. If the coaches don't want to call it out, I will, because you guys ain't going to win no Stanley Cups if he's playing defense like that. So you're welcome, Big Cat.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So are you, has it simmered down? Have you talked to Bedard at all?
I respect Blackhawks Twitter for having their boys back. I respect that. But I was just calling it how I saw it. If you're going for a Stanley Cup, Big Cat, and there's a big, fat, juicy rebound in the front of the net, do you want your centerman who's supposed to be in support swinging into the corner and not stopping in front to potentially rid of the danger of the puck just sitting there in the crease? What do you think?
I want him getting the puck out of there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
And that's all I was saying on
Pass
television. And then they got poopy pants because their team sucks and they're going to be another lottery team.
The Blackhawks are not good. But Bedard has played better since you made those comments. So I appreciate you calling it out.
He was incredible in the third period of that game. And then the next game he played against Nashville, given all the negative media attention surrounding it, he had a goal and an assist. I think that although not like Nathan McKinnon dog in him, or maybe like an assassin like Kucherov, I believe that he does have dog in him, and it will eventually be unleashed. He's too stubborn not to become one of the greats. Some people are questioning his speed, his defensive effort, maybe his lack of compete in some situations. I'm not crazy about his body language some of the time, but I think that this kid is very young, he's very determined, and he's going to figure it out with my help, another fellow Canadian.
Would you ever coach?
You know what? I don't think that people would take me seriously as a coach, given my how big of a clown I am.
Yeah.
But maybe down the road, I would consider it.
You'd be a good coach.
I
think you would. Just knowing you, how you can relate to everyone, I feel like that's half of coaching is being able to just talk to people and get on their level, and you're able to do that.
Let's say this. After we eventually maybe win a Chicklets Cup, in which we're actually competing against you and Keith Yannel's team.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's our team.
Yeah, so let's win one of those first.
Yeah.
That'll be a good resume builder for you.
That's true. I forgot you have been a coach of a team that cannot win a roller hockey game.
Let's win that, and then hopefully spend a little time with John Gruden, allow maybe some of his skills to rub off on me, and then maybe I'll consider.
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
I had one last thing I want to bring up because it was maybe one of my favorite videos that I've seen this year. You were lucky enough to sing on stage with Nickelback.
Oh, yeah.
There is no higher honor that a Canadian man can get than that. Do you feel like maybe you blew the Canadian load too early? Like that's something you do after you win the Four Nations. And now it's like, okay, Canada's reached its peak already. Paul Bissonnette was up there singing Rockstar with Nickelback. Where do we go from here?
I never really looked at it that way before you mentioned it. And a little fun fact, Nickelback is Connor McDavid's favorite band, so maybe there was a little bit of jealousy and distraction at the fact that I got the limelight with Nickelback, and maybe that's why he's distracted from winning the big one. But I would say no, don't put those negative thoughts in my head. It was an honor to get up there on stage with those guys. I believe there are over 70 million albums sold worldwide, and those guys could put on an unreal 90-minute show. They rocked it out at the Bird's Nest. Jerome Iginla, another fellow Canadian, was in attendance. He scored 600 goals in the National Hockey League. I was just surprised that he didn't get asked up. There was other hockey players there. So I guess the Irish traveler situation is what put me over the edge. And as the local citizen of the year, that's why I eventually got the nod and was able to perform. But quite the honor. Nervous going in. But I got to thank our boy Glennie Balls.
Yep.
Who was there, who had actually already sang with Nickelback and gave me a nice little pep talk beforehand in order to calm my nerves. So I got to thank Only Stance, and he also got me a Bonnie Blue message for my Toronto Maple Leafs. So he's just on fire. He's basically my life coach.
Biz, I think you're in love with Bonnie Blue because you talked about her earlier. You mentioned her again, and then I saw earlier today you said that you would eat her box if it meant that Tom Wilson would play on Team Canada.
Yes, I think that it would be a detractor to the Bash brothers. I call them the BBLs because Keith Kachuk called his sons lunatics, so I call them the Bash brother lunatics, the BBLs.
Okay.
I think that Tom Wilson, considering that Quinn Hughes hasn't played a game this tournament, and they're going to add him to the final roster more than likely, I figure that they should just open the floodgates and allow any person to now enter the tournament. So Tom Wilson is a very feared individual. He forechecks like a motherfucker. He will take a 20-gamer and elbow you right in the jaw. And if he could be added to this and we could throw in the nukes, I would muck Bonnie Blue's bin right off the torso.
Oh, Biz,
I
you're
would
the
muck
best.
Bonnie Blue waffle.
Everyone subscribe to Spit and Chicklets. So, Biz, on Thursday night, we're going to have you pick our Canadian. And then I was talking to Grinelli as well. So we're gonna stream in here, and because the boys are going to the game, we're gonna try to get them to zoom in a little bit, like during intermission, and we'll try to hopefully get you on as well. You guys can actually tell us what we're watching. But hockey's back.
I look forward to seeing this Canadian that you're going to bring on, and I hope he brings us luck.
Yeah, because if he doesn't, then I don't.
He's going to bring you Freebird. That's what he's going to bring. Yeah. You're going to get Freebirded to death.
Play some Freebird.
I have one last thing to say.
Yes.
Oh, come Hey, you don't boo my anthem. You don't boo my anthem, goddammit.
Biz, you're the best, man. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Thursday night.
There's going to be what do they call it when they took all the booze away? The prohibition?
Yeah.
We're taking away all America's booze, and you're going to be drinking maple syrup. That's it. Once we take over your country.
Oh, all right. See you, Biz.
Paul Bissonnette was brought to you by Hey Dude. The Wendy and Wally are the original iconic styles that are the foundation of comfort at Hey Dude. The Wally is Hey Dude's go-to guy, the first of its kind. The Wally design invites breathable chambray, tie-free elastic laces, pillowy arch support, and ultra-light soles to the party to inspire hours of ache-free, sweat-free comfort. I love my Hey Dude shoes. They're the best for wearing around the house. They're the best for taking the dog for a walk. Great just casual shoes to wear to the office as well. Instead of bulky toes, blocky construction, orthopedic gel soles that you might find in other, quote, comfort shoes, Hey Dude shoes look cool. They're slick. They're sharp with any outfit. Hey Dude is always evolving and growing with the classic all-white to camo and fleece. There's a style that's perfect for everyone. Hey Dude is unlike anything. Find your perfect pair of Hey Dudes at heydude.com, the official comfort shoe of Barstool Sports. Guys on Chicks is going to be brought to you by our good friends over at Eroxon. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, erectile dysfunction. 1 in 4 men 18 years and older experience ED, which means that you or someone close to you might be experiencing it. That's why I want to tell you about this new ED treatment gel. It's called Eroxon. It's the first ED treatment gel with clinically proven results that you can get over the counter. While it may not work for everyone, studies showed success in over 60% of men. The best part, no prescriptions, no online questionnaires needed. Why wait? Try Eroxon today. Available in stores and online. Visit eroxon.us to learn more.
Okay, guys on Chicks. Let's go, Hank.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's read.
Let's go.
Use that chip.
Hey guys, long-time listener, first-time caller. The other night during pregame, my boyfriend and his friend both had to pee. Instead of taking turns like decent human beings, they decided to cross streams. My boyfriend says they saved water, which is good for the environment, but I think that maybe they're gay. Is this a normal thing for guys to do?
They might have been
in a bathroom.
Yeah, they might have been lying to you too. Maybe
like outside.
I've done it before, where you go to the bathroom and
you guys are pussies. Come on.
Well,
I cross
I got no
streams
problem with
all
this.
the time.
one dude pees in the shower, the other guy pees in the
you
toilet.
Cross the stream is funny.
It is funny. It's just stream wars.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Also, these guys could have been thinking about Josh Allen winning MVP if they went to the bathroom together. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do it with my son all the time.
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
that's
I
different.
drop.
I feel like the
I do it with you
everyone-
guys.
yeah,
I
the
do it with
father
Max. I'll
son
do it with
thing.
you.
100%. I don't give a shit.
I have not crossed streams like that probably since I was a kid.
Yeah, I feel like if
I did
you're
it in
outside, like taking pisses outside, you just kind of do it next to each other, but
Yeah.
you're not crossing streams.
You don't
You're in
actually have the
toilet.
sword fight.
Yeah, no sword fighting.
No, I college I would cross streams for sure. It's also
What's your favorite drunk move to do in the bathroom? Like if you're like in with like a bunch of urinals, I like to grab my friend's shirt and pull him back when they're taking a piss. That's always fun.
That's a good one. I like just dropping trowel all the way to the ankles.
That one's good too.
Yeah, you just ass out in the bathroom.
Yeah. Or just lightly, do you guys ever lightly just not piss on their shoes, but piss close to their shoes? Give them a little warning shot?
No.
No, okay,
Yeah.
that's fun too. I think Max and I are the same. Where
Yeah.
You guys are not doing it right.
I like really loading up for a fart in the bathroom.
I have some friends in college. They would just take videos of themselves taking a piss in a stall and just pissing all over.
Yeah.
like
Those make me
not even close to the toilet.
Those are the meanest
Yeah.
things, but they make me laugh every time I see the
It's so
tweets where it's someone like being like, kicked out to Allen, bang for 3, from way downtown, and it's just them pissing on the like in the sink or something or on the ground.
You know what I like?
I love
doing?
those tweets.
I like going up to urinal at the same time as somebody, and then you agree to take like one step back every couple seconds,
That's good.
and you see who can continue pissing into the urinal the longest.
I used to do
Like
the
a
thing.
carnival game.
I used to do this thing in college where it was like a super crowded shoulder to shoulder college bar, and the line to the bathroom would be super long. So you would just go up and pretend like you're ordering a drink and just piss on the side of the bar.
Oh yeah. Still one of the funniest moments that I think of probably like once every couple months is when
On the floor?
Yeah, on the floor.
On the bar, like. You're like, hey, can I? You're talking to a bartender,
Just sitting
and you're
on the floor,
like,
yeah.
You're like, hey, can I?
I've seen
can
it.
I get 2 Trulies as you're pissing on the bar?
My I went to the Rose Bowl with all my college friends. I think it was the 20 whatever. It was the Oregon one, and we lost and was pissed off. Went to dinner later. We're in a booth, and like 2 of my friends, like one of those huge booths that like takes forever to get out of, and one of my friends on the end was just in a bad mood. He just started pissing in my other friend's lap across the booth, and he couldn't get up. He pissed his pants.
That shit's funny.
He couldn't move. He was just stuck there. Oh, so he literally like jumped back. He's like, "What the fuck?" And there was just a stream of piss going into his lap. That shit's funny. That's funny.
Didn't that happen to Drake?
Did it?
Yeah, I think Drake got pissed on.
Oh, like in what setting?
I think he was like at a movie theater or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, maybe not, like, I assume these guys are in their 20s.
Yeah.
This is when you do it. Do it. Enjoy it. Piss on each other. It's fun.
It's funny.
It's very
funny.
fun. Pissing in trash cans, do that all the time when there's at a game.
Yeah, I mean, peeing outside is way more fun than peeing inside, for sure.
Hi, Big Cat and PFT. My boyfriend is in the group chat with 7 other guys he grew up with. They're all in their early 30s. They have a main chat and sub chats for certain topics. One of them is about sex, and my boyfriend is the only one in that friend group that refuses to join that sub chat. Should I be proud of him that he keeps our sex life private, or should I be concerned that he doesn't have some locker room talk with his boys? Thanks.
He's in the chat. He just tells you that he's not in the chat.
Because he knows that you're going to bother him and be like, tell me what's in that chat.
Yeah, what did you say about me in that chat? Mm-hmm. He's probably the most in that chat.
That's kind of a weird chat.
I feel like that stuff is like, if you're single or like kind of dating around,
like, that's
but
college.
Like, if you're talking about like your fiance or like wife,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just kind of like, all right, like you know them.
Yeah, I hit
better.
that.
Yeah. It's
What?
I think it's awesome if you're single and you're cruising, but then the second your friend has a girlfriend, it's like, I don't want to hear that. That's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a weird chat.
But pissing on your guys, that's cool.
For sure.
Just so we know the lines.
If it's in the shower, you're trying to prevent them from getting athlete's foot.
Speaking of shower, my husband, I'm 99% sure, uses our shower as his jerk-off spot. I've never caught him, but he usually takes very long showers, and I swear the drain continues to clog worse and worse. He blames it on my hair getting in the drain or that he's pooping prior to showering, which is why it takes so long.
Is he pooping in the...
However, I'm the one who always cleans our shower weekly and only find hair on the walls, plus I've cleaned some questionable substance off the shower floor. What's my best course of action? Should I bust in the bathroom on one of his especially long showers to catch him, or just ask him to jerk off somewhere else and call him out on it? It's kind of gross, kind of awkward.
You can't ask him to jerk off somewhere else. Like, is any place okay? That should be one of the sacred places that a man has.
Also, it is your hair. It is your hair that's clogging the drain.
Yeah.
It's not semen.
No, there's that thing that goes viral every year. Somebody puts up a fake picture at their college that says, like, you guys need to stop jerking off in the showers because it's clogging the drains. That's never happened.
Yeah.
Drains are robust in America.
Yeah, just let him shower. Let him enjoy his shower. Also, it depends on the time. Like, you guys probably agree, like, wintertime, I take longer showers. I just get stuck in the hot shower. And I just don't get out.
There's something to the shit thing, too. Sometimes
I do that all the time.
I'll turn the shower on, let it heat up while I'm taking a poop.
Yes. Yeah.
He's not pooping in the shower unless he's doing the thing where you stomp the poop
what
down
was
the
the celebrity that did that?
I don't know.
I thought there was.
That's definitely. He's sitting on the toilet and jerking off while letting the shower run.
Wait, you saying he's blumpkinning himself?
Yeah. 100%.
He's shitting and jerking off?
Shit, then
he's giving himself a blumpkin?
Yeah. Also, Google says no, a shower drain is highly unlikely to clog from semen alone.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, I think that was a college myth.
Yeah.
Big time. Wait, there was, why am I remembering? So there was some, like, it wasn't true. It was kind of like the Richard Gere gerbil thing, where like some A-list celebrity would just shit in every shower he ever went into in a hotel.
And then just mash it down the drain with his foot.
I wish someone would tell me.
I think it was Jeff Goldblum.
It might have been.
Yeah.
All right, last one. When football season ended, I was excited to spend more time with my boyfriend on Sundays. But this Sunday, he played golf in the morning, got home around 3, turned on golf, and when that ended, he immediately turned on NASCAR, which he's literally never watched before, but was talking about some parlay and how he had to watch. Does it ever end? When can I spend time with him on weekends?
Listen, this was a tough Sunday. He was trying to fill the void and come down from everything that's happened in the last 5 months. So you got to give him this one. But yeah, he's got to give you a couple. He'll give you a couple Sundays here and there.
That is really pushing the limits, though, for a girlfriend that's used to obviously football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and then he's like, "Oh
NASCAR.
yeah, we're doing golf and NASCAR on Sunday."
But yeah, this was a transition weekend.
Yeah.
He can't just jump right into, like, let's go apple picking or whatever the fuck you do.
You can't really do anything in February.
Well, it sounds like they're somewhere warm.
Yeah, it sounds like he golfed.
Yeah, it's true.
That'd be funny if he just went. That'd be funny if he just went to a simulator. Gotta golf. All right, good show, boys. Numbers. Now that we're
1-1, by the way, just clear that up.
Oh wow, I was expecting you to
one?
say you had one for sure.
Did you get close?
You guys probably don't even remember. Hank got it.
Yeah, he did. I was gonna say I was gonna say memes is. Oh, memes. When are we gonna start really ramping up the pressure here? Because it's getting a little ridiculous. You've literally never gotten this ever. Old machine, new machine. It's a problem.
How many days has it been? Can we check that?
It's getting up there.
We checked recently, and it was still like a fifth of the amount of time that Hank went.
Here they come. Hey, you guys see Jack TikTok King?
I did.
They're talking about your TikTok.
Absolutely,
Jack,
crush that shit.
Great TikTok, dude. Was shocked when I saw. I was like, "Whoa!" Great TikTok. Jack, you were the star of.
Doesn't know how to put
on his headphones. You were the star of that TikTok, Jack.
Thank you.
Jack, are you Canadian?
No, I'm not.
How close to Canadian are you?
I played hockey.
Okay.
Okay.
Where were you born?
Toledo.
Not Canadian.
It's kind of close.
I've been to Canada.
Okay, that counts.
All right, you'll be your emergency Canadian.
Sounds good.
All right. Numbers.
2.
5.
3. Memes, you're never gonna get it, so just say a number.
100.
Okay.
Is it in there?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll go 100.
42.
Right. Shane.
99 pug.
Wait, Memes,
21.
I'm looking at pardonmyballs.com.
11.
You've never gotten it.
I guess right.
It doesn't count, Memes.
Oh my God.
60.
Oh, I saw the 0.
What was your number?
Memes was 100.
Oh, no, it was
I
never.
saw like
He's never gonna get it.
the 6. Looked like
So
a
it doesn't
0 too.
even. There's not even a scare.
Yeah.
He's never gonna get it.
One day.
Nope.
Love you guys.